Hi, Cleveland readers. Spencer Chase and Marcus Traxler coming to you after SDSU defeats UMKC, or Kansas City as the pronunciation guide will now dictate, 88-57 in kind of a dominating Summer League victory. And SDSU, they got going early and they never gave the lead up in this one. And kind of a rough weekend for UMKC, losing by, I don't know, 30 or 40.
37, I think it was on Thursday.
Yeah, to North Dakota State, and then they come down here. But I think what's really interesting, and Coach Nagy mentioned this as well, was that SDSU was able to kind of stay up after a big win against SDSU and still play well today.
That really was the key. I think they stayed up in two ways. They were able to kind of ride the wave off of Thursday and play well, and then they got out to the big lead and they were able to sort of maintain that as well. I think there's something to be said for getting out to a huge lead and then maybe you let them creep back into the game, and that never really happened. They were within 14, I think, at one point in the second half, but that was about it. And when they really set to defense and rebounding and making a few baskets, then they were rolling right along. But they had 50 in the first half, and it just midway through the first half, it just felt like the game was over.
Yeah.
It really did. I mean, it was anticlimactic from there.
And the start of the second half got a little interesting. UMKC going on, I think it was a 7-1 run, but really that was about all they had going for them. And a lot of bench production today. SDSU scores 24 points off the bench. I've seen them score 0 before. Right. It's really not an uncommon feat, including they get 13 from Zach Horseman. And listen to what head coach Scott Nagy had to say about Zach Horseman's play today.
I said to my assistants on the bench, they're gonna be asking me why we haven't been playing Zach all year, and I said I'm gonna blame it on my assistants. So they're the ones to blame.
So definitely coach is going to be shopping for some new assistants after the end of the season, but I think there's a lot of players on the SDSU bench that could probably start for a lot of other Summer League teams, including UMKC.
Right.
Well, I think Horseman's like their second leading scorer, I think.
Well, I mean, it's hard to gauge what Kansas City would have otherwise, but yeah, I mean, and Zach Horseman is kind of a guy who you're sort of wondering how much can give you. Aside from a few blowouts, this is probably his best game, and just that he got a lot of time and he played pretty well on both ends of the court, and that's all you can ask for, because the rotation's going to get to the point where it's set, but now that you have an injury or two, they're going to need Zach Horseman quite a bit.
So the rotation largely was set until a broken hand by Jake Biddle. So I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of Tavon Prince and Zach Horseman in order to kind of fill that kind of hybrid 2-3 spot, as he mentioned in the press conference. But looking forward, this game was kind of a goner. Let's be honest.
Right.
It wasn't exactly fun to watch, with the exception of the 3 that Horseman hit with, I think, about 2:25 left in the game.
Pizza for everybody.
Pizza for everyone. Corn dogs. But I think looking forward to next weekend. That's the weekend that SDSU really has to prepare for now, because you'll get the bracket busters pairing on Monday, but then they've got to get ready for Fort Wayne and Oakland. And Fort Wayne is struggling as of late, but Oakland has the talent to be. They're a top 4 team in some league. In a lot of other leagues, they're contending.
I think Oakland will be there at the end of the season, regardless of how this ends up happening in the tournament. They will for sure be playing on Monday. I will go to the record saying that they've had some real surprising games. They beat Western at home. They lost to USD by 20-some points. There's going to be some of that. So to see how they play, this is a game they will get up for. There's no doubt about it. They get up for SDSU every time, and it should be quite a bit of fun. And I just always feel like Fort Wayne's kind of a crapshoot too, because a little bit different. It's a big arena they play in, and you just don't know how things can always work out.
Could be a big game for Nate Walters and Braden Carlson defensively against Oakland, because Jake Biddle got a lot of time on Bader when they played at SDSU, and anytime you got a guy that can score 47, you really got a key to him defensively.
Bader's a good guard. Duke Mondy's a good guard. So you got guys that you need to be able to defend, and I think Braden Carlson, I think, is one of the better defenders in the conference. I think he's certainly capable. And like you mentioned, no Jake Biddle, so things kind of change when they play Saturday. They were full game first.
SDSU defeats Kansas City 88-57. For Marcus Traxler, Spencer Chase. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Corn dogs.